Abby is there listening to mommy. You're listening to mommy, baby. What is mommy is doing, baby? Aji. Ah. Cleaning is very challenging task that we all have to do at some time. And the main motive of getting the place clean and organized is to make inviting and most place to stay in and relax at the same time. So many of our habits are formed at very young age, and that goes for cleaning too. Which is why so many of our parents encourage their kids to clean or develop those good cleaning habits from the very early years. In this video, I want to thank my mom who is very picky about cleaning when we were growing up. And I kind of rage against that because I hate cleaning. Well, that was before when I was a kid. But these things were drilled in for such a very young age and I just can't get them out of my head. And I want to share them with you, and also thanks to my mom, thanks to Granny, to my mom. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, go ahead and click that bell button and hit that bell icon as well so you won't miss out any of our future uploads. Sorry, our baby boy is here joining us today because she was crying inside the room. Say hi to everyone. Hello, hi everyone. Hello. The first habit that we learned from our mom is to keep the front house tidy. She always tells us to keep the front house tidy and clean because we will never know when the visitor is coming, and she said, front of the house gives first impression to the guest. So whenever we wake up in the morning before we have our breakfast, first thing we go for shower and start cleaning, and the first area to clean is our front house or the receiving area. The next habit, to clean from the top, meaning start from the ceiling area before cleaning the floor or any furniture. We used to do this every 2 weeks. Her reason is no point cleaning below or underneath or on the floor first if the top are still dirty. Say for instance on top of the cabinet, ceiling, dividers, then only we can proceed to cleaning the floor. I remember that there was one time in our province that I cleaned on top of the cabinets, but when my mom come and check my cleaning, on top of the ceiling are still a lot of spider webs. So she was telling me that, oh, have you cleaned this or not? And I said, yeah, I'm already done. But how about down up there? So she would always tell us when we do cleaning, we should start from the top. Next is we proceed to cleaning underneath. If you have a high traffic home, have pets, or don't dust regularly, you should be sweeping and vacuuming under and behind furniture every week. Leaving dust to collect can cause allergy and sinus issues for some people. The experts also say that you should clean your deck and outer furniture every 3 to 6 months, as well as under and behind indoor furniture. My mom will always nag us if we don't wash the sponge every time we use them. So according to her, when we were kids, they should be replaced regularly, and there should be different ones for different cleaning areas. For example, never use the same cloth or sponge to clean the bathroom and the kitchen, as this can spread germs from one place to another. And clean the sponge every use to prevent your sponges from spreading germs, and you need to sanitize them. The problem with sponges is that they don't dry out between uses, and the moisture helps harmful bacteria multiply. So house cleaning experts also advise that you have to sanitize dish sponges every few days in a variety of ways, from soaking it in a bleach or solution to zapping it in the microwave or running it through the dishwasher machine. So in my part, I used to boil water and run them to the sponge every other day, because bacteria will always breed into the sponges, and it's not hygienic at all because we will always use them to our dishes. She also taught us to wash our dishwashing rack regularly because some food or particles that may have been missed during cleaning can also get onto the rack. So it's a good idea to give it a cleaning regularly to ensure it is ready to hold your cleaning dishes. Another thing that I learned from my mom is to keep our bedsheets, pillowcases washed every week. She said, if you keep them clean always, you will never feel sick every time and you will have a good night's sleep. The Good Housekeeping Institute says you should wash your sheets and other beddings at least once every 2 weeks. If you have night sweats or just sweat a lot in general, bump washing up to once a week. On average, most experts recommend weekly washings. You may be able to get away with washing your linens once every 2 weeks, or if you're pressed for time or you don't sleep in your bed every night, then however, if any of the following conditions apply to you, consider laundering your sheets at least once per week. Say you have dust or pollen allergies, or your partner sweats a lot, or your partner has a contagious illness, or even yourself, or a pet sleeps in bed with you. So consider washing your beds and sheets often. Another cleaning habits I learned from my mom is to change the curtains often. Curtains naturally attracts dust and absorb others over time. So my mom would always recommended to clean the curtains every 3 to 6 months. So having your curtains clean on a regular basis is also a good idea to keep your house fresh and clean. And you can also feel the fresh air circulating around your house. My mom would always look and check the bathroom after anyone took a shower because she was very concerned about mold and mildew build up, and I was smiling because many of my friends of you guys about asking me about mold and mildew in the bathroom, and I'm like, I knew that that when I was 4 or 5, my mom had been talking about it forever. And the most important thing in the bathroom is to ventilate while you are taking shower, and for at least 30 minutes after. That way, any moisture in the air can be sucked out of the bathroom to avoid that moisture hanging around and creating a great breeding ground for mildew down there. So what she used to have us do, of course, is to ventilate, and also remove the bath mat after every shower. You know, the little thing that you step on, you don't sleep, because if you leave that on soap scum and kind of grimy stuff will build up on the floor of your toilet over time, as well as it will discolor or even develop mold or mildew in the bath mat down there. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching our video and you learned something from our today's video. If you have any things or cleaning habits which you learn from your parents as well, please go ahead and share them down below so we will also know, and we will be happy to know them. What are the things that you learned from your parents? And thank you so much guys for tuning till the end. Thank you for our new subscribers, and God bless everyone, and we hope to see you next time. Bye!